Okay, guys, so part two of an unexpected episode related to the Prophet Muhammad's life. Peace be upon him. We are on the night of his death, according to the Islamic calendar, according to my tribe at least. And I finished the previous offering with the Prophet Muhammad's teachings on how black skin, white skin is exactly the same. And we live in a modern world today where we still have white supremacists, where we still have people that think that their race, their blood, is superior over another's. And that is something that the Prophet Muhammad was very clear on. And the amount of backlash that that the Prophet Muhammad took from society at the time was, I think, unbearable. I think he even said it. He said that there was never a prophet that was hurt and bothered more than me. Now that's saying something. I mean, if you think of all the other prophets and what they had to endure for this particular prophet, I mean, he was the last one according to the Islamic teachings. So to carry this burden is just something that blows my mind away. To tell a society whose economic interest and economic backbone was worshipping multiple gods, multiple deities, multiple statues. So the idea is every tribe has their own statue, and we in Mecca will give a yearly festival where you can all come and pay tribute to your own gods in our city. And this was how the city made money. This was their economic, excuse me, this was their economic backbone. And then along comes this orphaned individual who does come from a good family, but he's an orphan. He doesn't have a father and is not in any shape or form the pedigree that elders would like to have as their leader. And this is a person that was telling people that they are all one, that they are all the same, and that they all belong to the same ultimate creative source. So this to them was an an incredibly intrusive young man that is polluting people's ideas and is really bad for business. Now I'm just going to stop there, and I'm going to ask you, for everybody who says, "Oh, I wish I had the Prophet Muhammad's life." Really, do you really wish you had the Prophet Muhammad's life? Do you have the courage? Do you have the faith to speak the truth to a society that does not know what that is? Do you have the ability to challenge every single accepted social norm with the conviction that you are doing the right thing? Most of us wouldn't even change the TV channel because we're afraid of the people next to us judging us in a wrong way. That's where we are today. And this man was responsible for changing a society, not just any society, all of mankind, in a way that brought an incredible amount of pain towards him. They say in Arabic that the Prophet Muhammad is a mercy to all mankind. This man walking on the earth, breathing the air we breathe right now, was a mercy. And I just want to say a few words to that. So they say that each prophet, and I mentioned, I think, in the earlier offering, that apparently there's 124,000 prophets that have graced the earth, and the Prophet Muhammad is the very last. They say each prophet was given a wish, one wish, anything they wanted, whether it was in this life or the next life, anything, one wish. And and everybody gave their wishes, but they say the only person, the Prophet Muhammad, his wish was that in the hereafter, in the other world, when we go beyond this world, call it what you may, his wish was that his people would be given a good standing in the hereafter. And that to me is a big deal, because this guy didn't think of himself. And I'm not saying all the other prophets did. I don't know what they wished for. But they say he's the only one that wished for that. They say he's the only one that wished for his people. Not in this temporary life, but in the next. And that to me is incredible. If you think about it. If somebody offered you a wish, it would most probably be, I know if it was me, it was most probably something related to me or my family. It wouldn't be other people that I probably would never see. But this is no ordinary man in that sense. They also, legend or stories, also state that he is the only human being who the angel of death asked for permission to take his life. Because he doesn't do that. The angel of death does not ask you for permission. He has a job, it's a very specific time, and it is something that no human being escapes. None. But when the angel of death approached Muhammad, they say he actually asked for permission, the only and last person. And that's how significant this individual is. And they also say that, and this is a little mythical, so work with me here. I don't mean this literally, or it could be literal, I don't know. They say, though, that when the angel of death was taking the Prophet Muhammad's life away, the Prophet asked him, is this what it feels like for all of my people? Is this what they're going to have to go through? And the angel of death said, well, actually no, because I've been ordered not to go so heavy on you. And they say he said, I'm telling you to go heavy on me, but go lighter on my people. And again, that level of mercy, that level of love is, I've never heard of something like that. I've never heard of another human being like that. And I don't say this as a Muslim. I am a Muslim. But my words today, I don't say them as a Muslim. I'm just saying them as a person that claims or wants to think about what's around him. And when I come across the stories that relate to this man, and when I read it from an authentic source, it does something to my heart. I don't know what that is. I have no words for it. But even when I mention this person's name, something happens to me that is undescribable. And I think ultimately him being a mercy to all mankind, and again I repeat, all mankind, black, white, young, old, straight, bent, whatever you want to call it. If so long as you're a human being, you're a human being, and this is a mercy that is given to you and me. One of the quotes that always sticks to my mind when I think of the Prophet is a very simple quote, and there's many of them, but one of them that really touches me all the time is a very simple one, maybe because I'm pretty simple-minded. But he said, man is the brother. There are two quotes that come to mind. One, man is the brother of man, whether he likes it or not. Man is the brother of man, whether he likes it or not. Substitute brother for sister, and you get the idea. So, Mr. White Supremacist, you may not like it, but me and you are brothers. Mr. and Mrs. Zionist, you may not like it, but me and you are family. Mr. and Mrs. Atheist, you may not like it, but me and you are family. And it's important to remember that we may be on opposing sides of an opinion, but if we're genuinely human and we connect, then we're the same. And it's so easy to say, but so difficult to put together. But that quote to me is so simple and so incredibly powerful. The other quote that I've associated with the Prophet Muhammad is another simple one, and he said, "Death is the only preacher you really need." Death is the only preacher you really need. That is huge. We, in our modern day in life, we push the subject of death. It's dark, it's gloomy, right? We push it to a side. We delay it and delay it and delay it. And I think I've said a few things about this in previous episodes. We would have no problem just dismissing the conversation altogether, pretending death doesn't happen, coming up with ways to live forever. But the fact of the matter is we will not live forever. We will all die, one way or another. We're here for some time and we go. And nobody has any control. Whether I'm here today and gone tomorrow, that's for me, that's Allah's will. You may use other words to describe that. But if we think about death, if we just sit with the idea, and it's a very difficult thing to do, because it's for some people you think it's the end. For other people, it's the beginning of something completely unknown. Both things are very, very scary. But if we just paid attention to that and lived our life genuinely, acting in a way that understands that we will die, we will not be here forever, and this death could happen anytime. If we live each day like we were going to die the next, it would be very different. We always have, you get into an argument with someone and you know you're wrong, but you don't say sorry. Because, I'll say it again, I'll say it next week, I'll say it next year. You have no idea whether you have next week, you have no idea whether you have next day, you have no idea whether you have the next hour, because you're just dismissing death. But death will not dismiss you until the time comes. Wow, that's 2 episodes back to back, and I still feel like I got something to say. But I'll wrap up for now. I hope there was something there for you. But just a small tribute to someone I'm still trying to understand, and I feel his quotes and his life I owe so much to. And the more I discover about him, the more pain I go through in life, the more I appreciate him. I don't think any of us have given him enough justice, much less this video offering. So that's it for me for now. I wish you well, my brothers and sisters. Man is the brother of man, whether he likes it or not, and me and you are family, whether you like it or not. See you soon.